What's up, guys? It's your girl Yana J, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm just gonna be doing a story time. I'm gonna be doing a story time on how I became homeless. Okay. And this is gonna be a story time slash mukbang because I just went to Burger King to go get me some food. And I got fries and a Whopper. Basically the Whopper meal. Okay, so I'll start now. First, when I first moved into the house, I was living with my cousin. When I first moved into the house. It was cool. Like, I actually liked living with her. Always had somebody to smoke with on the line. I was kind of like back on the bills, but I never asked her or wanted her to pay my half. I always made sure that I was still trying to pay my half. But she said that she decided that she wanted to move with her boyfriend. So at this point, I'm not the type of person to like beg anyone to stay, or like, I'm just not that type of person. So I actually understood why she wanted to leave and why she didn't want to, live with me anymore, and that it would be easier on her if she was living with her, her boyfriend. I kind of start panicking because I needed someone to stay with, and I was already behind in bills, which she was already aware of because we had talked about the situation. Basically, I needed to find a roommate. So I was working at Family Dollar at the time, and that's when I had met this boy. I've been working at Family Dollar as a manager, and I had ended up seeing this boy, and I remember him from years ago, from when we was like little kids and we used to all play together. And I remember my cousin used to like him, so that's why when I saw him I was like, oh, that's my cousin X. I was like, okay, they would be cute together. So I kept calling him my cousin X. But when I mentioned her to him, he was like, oh, my ex. He was acting baffled and confused, and I was like, oh yeah, your ex. But mind you, this is when they was way back when we was kids, and she was living on a street that I ain't going to disclose. Basically, he said that they wasn't exes. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, or you get what I'm saying? So I just let it be. And then I started working with them. So I went to my cousin basically, and I told her, I'm like, oh, I saw your ex and this and that. And I was like, oh, I saw your ex and he worked at my job. And then she started laughing, and she was like, that's not my ex. He go with some girl and this and that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I thought that was your ex. And because I'm not, when I see somebody that I know with somebody, I automatically assume that they went together, no matter how old we was. So when she confirmed that that wasn't her ex, I said, okay, well, maybe I'm tripping. And the fact that I knew that she liked him before, I didn't want to rub it in her face that, you get what I'm saying? So we kind of got distant because I kind of could feel the energy that it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but all of a sudden he started liking me. And cause I was chilling, I was just chilling. I'd be chilling with everybody ended up liking me at the job. So I just was chilling at the moment. Basically, we just started getting to know each other. He started telling me about his issues that he was having. So I'm like, okay, actually my cousin is moving out. If you about to get evicted, you could come stay with me. Like, I really need somebody to help me out with these bills. He said, oh, he lived with his sister. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He actually have 2 sisters. I'm like, okay, that's cool. They could stay with us. But one sister is independent and got her own, not including Mushmouth. Fast forward, they moved in with me, and my cousin was still there. I don't know why she was still there, because she been told me that she was gonna move with her boyfriend. And that's the only reason why I asked them to stay with me. If she was gonna stay there, I would have never asked them to stay at the house. I was only trying to find somebody to stay with me. And plus, I wasn't in a relationship at the time. I was actually by myself. I asked my cousin to leave because she ended up telling his ex where I stayed. Like, how you got her back before you got mine? That's how I felt, honestly. But if she didn't have a place to stay, which I knew she had a place to stay because she said that she wanted to move with her boyfriend, but her and her boyfriend was going through stuff too. And also, I let them be around each other. Like, I let them be around each other just to see if they was gonna say like, oh, I kind of want to be with them, or I kind of want to talk to them. And I would have just let them be like, let's all live in this house together. I would have let them be, and we all could have helped pay the bills. Stuff didn't go as planned like that. Basically, she wanted to stick beside her man, so I said, okay, stick beside your man. Stick beside him, okay? If he's gonna be a provider. Fast forward, again, she ended up moving out, and it was just me, him, and his little sister. Boom, boom, boom. And then I had neighbors upstairs. Mind you, the neighbors upstairs, I had said something, but it was like a while back. But even before all of that, I used to argue with the person who I was with almost every single day. Like, we used to fight almost every single day, which had nothing to do with them. And me having my first house, I'm not in their business, and I can't hear what they saying, but somehow they was in mine. Like, okay, let me chill. Because even if I did hear them arguing, I wouldn't care, because that's not my business. But at the end of the day, people is different. We was arguing one day, and the neighbor's mother came downstairs. I didn't know it was the mom. Like, I don't really argue. So when she came downstairs and she was like, oh, you need to leave that be or something, or she was just saying mad stuff. I didn't know what to say. She was like halfway coming down the stairs. I really couldn't see her that much. She had knocked on the door. Then we stopped arguing, like, who the hell is that? And then she started yelling, but I guess she was going back up the stairs because we didn't come to open the door right away. She basically came out the door, she talking mad shit. I'm not saying nothing. And then she like, bitch this, bitch that. I'm like, you a bitch. Basically, I just go back in the house and I'm just like, wait, I don't want to be beefing with nobody who's upstairs from me, because I don't want to have to be on go every time I get home, or like be cautious every time I get home, or have to be worried about my surroundings, or worried about if I got to fight or not every time I get home. That's when I put on my stuff. I went upstairs to their door. I knocked on their door, and I basically tuned in for part 2. In this whole video, I wasn't even eating, but make sure y'all tune in for part 2 so y'all can see what happened once I got up those stairs. Okay.